Hello students, today I am going to start class 6 history knowing our past. Students, do you know what is history and what is the need to study history? Students, history is the study of our past for which we have written records. Students, history tells us about the life of the people, their actions, their achievements, their cultures, and their beliefs over centuries. It narrates events which have happened in the past and the social and political changes that have affected the life of people, countries, and human race in different ages. Our chapter name is Knowing Our Past. Okay, so we are going to study about our past. The study of history help us to understand how and why certain things happen, when and where they happen, and how they affected the lives of the people. Now students, again question is there, what is history? Students, the word history originates from the Greek word historia, meaning inquiry. Knowledge acquired by investigation. History is the story of man. It deals with events that have happened in the past. It tells us how men lived from age to age, what problems men and women faced, and how they tried to solve those problems. History tells us how people lived in the past, how they grew the plants which gave them food, what kind of pots they used for cooking, and what tools and weapons they used. In short, it is the study of the past. The scholars who study the past are called historians. They take the help of various sources such as manuscript, inscriptions, and remains of buildings to reconstruct the history of the past. Now, can you identify who is he? Students, he is ancient Greek historian Herodotus, who lived about 2500 years ago, is often referred to as the father of history. His book, The Histories, is a detailed record of his inquiry on the origins of the Greco-Persian Wars. The events that affected the lives of people significantly are also studied in history. Students, Herodotus, a Greek historian, is referred to as the father of history. He was the first historian who systematically collected his material and arranged them in a chronological order. Now student, our another point is, why do we study history, or why history is important for us? Dear students, history is important for us because there are many reasons. Number one, history helps us to learn about our past. We learn about our roots, that is, who were our ancestors. It tells us about their struggles and achievements. Number second, knowledge of history help us to know our own culture and how it evolved in the past. The language that we speak, the culture, religion, and the tradition of our community are all inherited from the past. Number third, it helps us to understand other cultures as well. If we want to know the culture of a country, for example China, we should look at its history to get a glimpse of its culture. Number 4. History tells us about the great kings, leaders, and great men who are a source of inspiration for us even today. Number 5. History helps us to understand change. By comparing our times with the times long ago, we realize how human civilizations have changed over a period of time. It makes us understand that civilization in future will also change from day by day. Number next 6. The study of history makes us good citizens. It helps us familiar with the type of governments we had in the past. It makes us familiar with various laws and acts passed in the country from time to time. So, students, understanding the link between past and present is very essential for a good understanding of the present. So, students, history is, which means investigation. It is the investigation, it is the key to this subject. History is about thinking, understanding, and developing research and other skills that are useful in life. Next, history. The life we lead today is linked to history in many ways. Our food, clothes, languages, religions, festivals, dances, and traditional sports are all linked to our past. These have evolved over hundreds and thousands of years and have been passed on from one generation to another. Another Spanish American philosopher, George Santayana, in the following verse: those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Those who fail to learn from the mistakes of their ancestors are destined to repeat them. Students, division of human past. Okay, now history is divided into three parts: prehistory, proto-history, and history. Okay, now firstly we will see prehistory. What is prehistory? Students, prehistory is the earliest period of human history for which we have no written record. It is the story of man's life before they learned to read or write. For example, life of early human beings. Prehistory is more of a puzzle. There is no record to tell us what exactly happened and when. Our knowledge of prehistoric people is based on clues in the form of artifacts such as tools, cave paintings, bones, etc., that were left behind and what we understood from them. Now, students, next is proto history. There is a period of transition from prehistory to history which is known as proto history. Student, proto history is a period between prehistory during which a culture or civilization has not yet developed. In India, proto-history spans the period around from 3000 BC to 600 BC, covering the Bronze Age and Chalcolithic cultures from the beginning of Harappan civilization up to the beginning of the historical period in 6th century BC, which is the period of Gautam Buddha and Mahavir. Now, students, what is chronology? Chronology refers to arranging events in the ascending order of their occurrence. The events that occurred earlier are placed first, followed by the events that occurred later. History is the study of the past, but how do we measure such a vast span of time? To solve this problem, historians use the terms BC and AD to classify the time of historical events. Sometimes we find the letters BC or AD written before dates. Students, BC stands for before Christ and AD stands for Anno Domini. Anno Domini, a Latin word meaning in the year of the Lord Christ. Thus, the birth of Jesus Christ is the central point or the year zero for counting dates. Dates before the birth of Christ are counted backwards and have the letters BC added on. Events that occurred, say, 500 years before the birth of Jesus Christ will be referred as 500 BC. If an event had occurred 500 years after the birth of Jesus Christ, it will be written as 500 AD. Since Christian era is now used in most countries, the new era beginning from the year 1st AD to the present day is also called Common Era CE. The term BCE before Common Era is used instead of BC. The term CE Common Era is used instead of AD. If the exact date of event is not known and an approximate date close to it is given, then the term circa is added before the date. Now, sources of history. Now, students, sources of history. History is not just a story. It is based on certain records of the past, and these records are known as the sources of history. The historians and archaeologists, like detectives, look for clues left behind by the people in the past, explore and study them, and on the basis of these sources, reconstruct our past history. Now, the sources of history can be classified into two major groups. See this: archaeological sources, literary sources. In literary sources, we see that the religious literature and secular literature. And in archaeological sources, coins, monuments, artifacts, inscriptions, and others objects. So these are the sources of history. Now, what does archaeology means? Archaeology means digging up the past. It is a systematic study of past cultures and the way people lived based on objects and materials they left behind, such as tools, pottery, crepes, building, etc. These remains of the past are found buried deep under the ground. And the archaeologist excavate these remains and objects by digging up the archaeological sites. They look for clues, recover them, study them, and try to reconstruct an image as to how the people of that civilization must have lived and how they might have used these objects. Archaeological sources. In archaeological sources include rock shelters, fossils, caves, monuments, pottery, tools, jewelry, beads, coins, and inscriptions, burial grounds, pillars, etc., some of which are discussed below. See, monuments. These are the monuments which were built in past. Monuments are the forts, palaces, temples and buildings which was built by the rulers in the past. They are a useful source of information about the life and culture of the people who built them. The Taj Mahal in Agra, the Red Fort in Delhi, the Ajanta caves near Aurangabad, the Qutub Minar in Delhi, the famous Brideshwar temple in Tanjore, and the Sanchi Stoop in Madhya Pradesh are the famous monuments which throw light on the art and architecture of our past heritage. Okay students, thank you. This chapter will be can continue in next video also. Okay.